I thought about this question a bit.
This is a really great question.
Oh, it was immediate.
I would say for me,
when I had a crisis situation at home and I thought simulation was the solution.
I think I'm just super fortunate I was in the right place at the right time, that like this was meant to be my career.
For me, it was whenever someone would say dummy, refer to the mannequin as the dummy. I would, like the hairs on my arm would raise up and I'm like, oh, don't say that. So that's how I knew that like, I am truly a simulationist.
I just loved this pedagogy from the minute that I saw this mannequin.
You know, when you're standing in the shower and you're trying to figure out a problem, how can I teach the concept of hand hygiene that's past washing your hands? How can I put it into real life situation and it hits you and you do it?
I was going through Fire Academy and I went to my mom's nursing school there at El Camino in Prince, and she said, come check this thing out, and it changed my life. When I saw that first mannequin, it was an aura around it. It was the cameras and the microphones and the mannequin and the computer technology and the experiential learning, and it was instant. It was like my life finally had purpose. You know what I mean? So it was like all these weird things that I'd been into all came brilliantly together.
6-year-old, after New Year's, the first chore that I made her do, she had to unload the dishwasher. And of course, she brings the ninja blade to me and says, Mommy, what's this? And where does it go? Of course, we drop it on her foot and totally slice it. The ER could not sedate her. Like, they literally couldn't. And it took a lot. So when it was time to get her stitches out, we knew that was going to be almost an impossible task. It seems like very simple, and Mommy could definitely do it because she's a nurse, but no one was going to be touching that foot. So I knew we had to do a simulation to teach her how do you take it out and let her be the doctor for another little girl. And so she did. She took out the stitches, and it just really helped her mentally prepare for that procedure. And so when she went in, we went back to the ER, I know, to remove some stitches, but she told the ER doctor, no, I got it. I've done this before. She pulled out her own stitches. So, yeah, I just think whenever it transforms into your personal life, you know you're a simulationist.
I remember too giving a tour, and I think it was at night, and somebody walked in the room, and you know, you have the room with this like 6 mannequins, and somebody turned to me like, this is spooky. This doesn't scare you when you walk in the room by yourself. I said, oh no, this is my family. That's stupid. And I knew too, when I walk in the room and I'll see, like, for example, my birthing mannequin with her hair a mess. I'm like, oh no. And I take my brush and I make sure she looks good and fix her hair. That's when I knew. I was like, wait a minute, I'm really attached.
I remember we had our mannequin out of the box for 2 days when our college president said, I've invited the news team to come here to watch the students take care of a patient and do an interview. But the news team wanted the students to do CPR on a patient and have the patient die. We can't do that. That cannot be their first experience with the simulator. And then I handpicked 2 students, and I told them ahead of time, look, this is what's going to happen. No surprises. The person wants the simulator to die. I'm going to try to divert the conversation away from that. But I want you to know that simulator is not dying because of anything you did. And I was thinking back about that, and I'm like, I feel like I kind of got it.
It's whenever you realize that we were getting makeup to do moulage, and I was trying to create a wound, and I was trying to make it match the tone of the mannequin's skin so that I could then apply it to it. And I'm at the store with my children who are holding up concealer, going, Mom, is this the right color, or is it too dark, or is it too light? And my husband walks around the corner, he's like, boys, that's not the right one. It's probably this one. You know that you're a simulationist when you've gotten your whole family who are not healthcare at all involved in helping you pick out the stuff so you can make the lunch.
It's when I became a hoarder of plastic trays, eyelashes, ripped nylons, anything that could be used on a mannequin.
I was sitting there and my family, and I wanted my husband to come up with the same understanding that I had, which was my truth. And I wanted him to come up and agree with me And so I started using debriefing techniques to guide him into the process. And all of a sudden he stops and goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're doing that simulation stuff on me. And he turns and looks at our grown son and goes, did you know she was doing that? And he says, Dad, she's been doing that for years. I thought you knew.